Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And this is how it started last year. There was a huge Amazon strike, and then this year it's coming out that Amazon is looking to replace 600,000 people with robots.
I saw this earlier, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about this, and this is one thing we've talked about a lot on the channel, that a lot of times strikes lead to faster adoption of technology, whether it's AI or robots or whatever, because I think that a lot of the union workers need to temper their expectations. I think they have more recently, but you look at Hollywood especially, and some of the asks of the Writers Guild were ridiculous. They wanted, minimum number of people in the writer's room, and they wanted everybody to be guaranteed work and all that, and no company can realistically do it. So they're like, you know what? ChatGPT is our new writer.
Well, I'm not saying it's right. I don't think it's right that the Amazon's going to replace workers with robots. I don't think it's right. That being said, the two things be true at once. I can think it's wrong, but we could tell you it's going to happen. And that people keep on thinking that us saying, hey, when you do this shit with unions, this is going to happen, means that we're saying that we are anti-union. That's not what we're saying.
No.
What we're saying is, I don't think it's right that they're replacing all these people and taking their jobs. That being said, still going to see it coming because it's going to happen no matter what.
Yeah.
Two things can be true at once.
What you have to do, right, and this is, again, coming from an old dog, is you have to make yourself as valuable as you can make yourself for as long as possible, right? And what happens is people just like speed run headfirst into the wood chipper. They're like, I'm going to make myself the biggest.
Go do another job that's going to make you more secure.
Be a plumber or something. I don't know. Amazon, look, they treat their people, in a lot of cases, they treat their people poorly. I've heard the warehouse conditions are not great. They tried to change their public image of that, but, they still have a reputation for being not great. But, if that's the rep, like, oh, hey, these people are complaining about, the working conditions, fine, we'll just replace them with the robots.
Well, some people might be wanting the robots because they don't want people touching their stuff. I don't know. I mean,
you don't want to
lick
your Amazon
especially
shit.
if it was during COVID. No, but I just think this is inevitable. When you ask for more, and I'm not saying that you were wrong to do so. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is the unfortunate truth is that they're going to replace you with robots that, honestly, I think can break down and might not be as efficient, but they're less likely to make mistakes than people. So they're going to say it's more efficient, and they don't fight. They don't talk back. They work 24/7.
That is the big thing. And that's
go be a robot tech, because they're going to need you to fix the robots.
Yeah, no, I think that's ultimately what's going to happen, is you're going to have people that are, I call them bot farmers, at least in the case of generative AI. You're going to need humans to oversee this stuff. You have to. Anyone who's worked with it knows you need a human.
If it's inevitable, just make sure you're the one that's still standing.
Exactly. Grease the machine. Don't become grease for the machine, but be the one that repairs
I don't think any of this is right. I think it's absolute dog crap. That being said, they're going to do it anyway, because all they care about is money. They don't care about you. They don't care about your family. They just care about money.
So let's talk about that. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
So this is just a sign of the times. And everybody's kind of talking about it now. They're like, oh my God, guys, they're going to automate as much as they can. Yeah, because they're trying to maximize profits, right? And so what they'll do is they'll jack up the prices. They'll cut down on what it costs.
Yeah, it'll cost less, but they'll charge you more.
Yes, and then they'll blame something else. They'll be like, well, because of COVID 12 years ago.
Hey, if you're going to have to pay, I know, right? If you're going to have to pay more anyway, can I just say shop local? If you're going to have to pay more anyway, maybe it's time to, it might cost you a few dollars more locally, but you're sticking it to Amazon. Because what these companies do is they go in, they run everybody else out, and then they're left, and they expect you to go to them because they ran everybody else out. So, if you're against this, then don't use them.
It's weird to think about, because we're going to be doing a lot more podcasts talking about like the 1980s and what it was actually like living in the 1980s and 1990s. And the one thing I remember more than anything is, we had malls, but we also had local stores. We did not have Amazon. We did not have, in my town, we didn't have a Walmart until way later.
And mine too. We didn't have Walmart till later. But here's the thing. Amazon was a bookseller.
Yes, it was an online bookstore. And I literally remember I was working at a radio station when they first started. And I remember thinking to myself, it's kind of dumb to buy books online because you don't know what kind of condition they're in. And you don't know if you're going to, I like to thumb through it.
That Mercer Mayer book that you wanted that I bought for you when we were dating, I got from Amazon.
She did. I like Mercer Mayer. It was one of the first
I tracked it down. I found it on Amazon and I bought it for you.
Yeah, I am a hunter. I have it. That's yes.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I know. Thank you. Thank you very much. You didn't have to do that. But yeah, it's so weird to think that that's what they started out as. And Walmart was basically, my point of view as a kid was it was like just a knockoff Kmart, right? Like I knew about them, but we had Murphy Mart and Ames.
Yes, Murphy Mart and
Hills.
Yes. We had a Jamesway.
We never had a Jamesway.
This little town I'm in, my town was way smaller than your town, and we had an Ames and a James. Well, it was a Murphy's Mart and a Jamesway.
Yeah,
we had two.
It was weird because when I was a kid, like we would go different places and we would visit relatives or whatever. We'd go on trips, and I was always fascinated by the different department stores because I was like, oh, they all feel different. And when I was a kid, I was toy hungry little child, so I liked my action figures.
It was only when you were a child. Okay.
Yeah, I still am.
I would argue. I think you have more toys now, but that's okay.
I do. I've actually probably replaced everything and then some. But also Geeky's fault, I think. But like I remember going to certain stores. I'm like, okay, well, I know this store has these, and then this store over here has these. I have to pay more. Like if I go up to KB's, I'm gonna pay more. But they got the ones I need or the ones I want. Or my thing was like with the Hasbro toys, like they would be out for a year or two and then they'd discontinue them. So I'd be like, oh, I still know that they have, that character, those waves of G.I. Joes over there because they cost too damn much. But I can save my money and go get that guy, I
can still get it, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the point.
Back to the point.
Why you started talking about that.
The reason I did is because now we're in this like sterile Amazon Walmart world. And I remember
you were explaining where you were going with this.
I remember thinking to myself when we were in Walmart yesterday, I'm like, I would love to not shop at Walmart at all. I would love to be able to never go into a Walmart ever.
It's like the lowest common denominator.
Oh God, it's awful, right? And that was the thing too. The department stores.
It's going to probably get a lot more open as of November 1st. I'm just saying.
Well, so the department stores used to have certain kinds of people. Like if you had a more expensive department store, but like a Nordstrom's or whatever, you had a certain caliber person. It was a little bit different than if you went to Kmart, right? But now everything is Kmart, but worse.
Remember so that's a kid in Texas who went to Neiman Markups, and
Neiman Markups.
Yeah, somebody had called it, and we got candy, and it was like $3 or $4 a piece of candy then.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they still have Boscovs around here. I was surprised Altoona has a Boscovs. It's like stepping into a time warp. But anyway, what I'm talking about is everything is Amazon, Walmart now. So yeah, I mean, they're going to do what they can do to maximize profit, but there really is no competition. So I miss that. I guess part of me is like, if people get tired of it, or it turns out that like the whole thing implodes because, the robots, take over or something, maybe we'll go back to having small mom and pop shops again, but nobody can compete. These companies are so big, you cannot compete with Amazon, Walmart.
Well, and the problem is, here's what might bite them in the butt too. The problem is the reason they rose to power was because one, they get better buying power, but two, It was a lot of them like, Amazon, especially online selling. That's what killed malls, was because you could just go online and buy it and it shows up to your house. And that's what a lot of them are doing now. So what's going to happen is, I think as, people don't have jobs because you're replacing them with automation, then they're not going to be having the money to go there, but they too might just shop locally because they're going to have way more free time to go shop locally because they don't have jobs because you took their jobs away for automation. Yeah. I can see people going back to bartering. I can see people going back to, just like local farmers markets and buying from your, local people. I could see that. I could totally see that.
I would like to see that. I think we need to have a balance. I think technology is great, but I think we're going to become too over reliant.
I think with Gen Z, and they're wanting the 80s back, and they're the next big up and coming, people that consumers are going to be having to sell to. I would not be surprised if it doesn't go more and more back to local because of them wanting that experience.
So this is coming from the New York Times a couple days ago. They said interviews and a cache of internal strategy documents viewed by the New York Times revealed that Amazon executives believe the company is on the cusp of its next big workplace shift, replacing more than 500,000 jobs with robots. They said their workforce has more than tripled since 2018 to almost 1.2 million. So we're talking like half of their employees. Amazon's automation team expects the company can avoid hiring more than 160,000 people in the U.S. it would otherwise need by 2027. That would save about 30 cents on each item that Amazon picks, packs, and delivers to customers. We will not see a price cut.
They'll raise the prime. They keep raising it anyway. Yeah. They'll raise it again. And then they'll be like, and now, even though we're automated, it's going to, you don't get 2-day shipping anymore. It's going to take a week. And at that point, you're better to go downtown and buy it.
Yeah, they said by 2033, they expect to double their sales, but they don't want to hire any more people. It says it's going to translate to more than 600,000 people who Amazon didn't need to hire. At facilities designed for superfast delivery, Amazon is trying to create warehouses that employ as few humans as possible, if at all. And documents show that Amazon's robotics team has an ultimate goal to automate 75% of its operations.
Well, I think people find that out. They might not be too keen on shopping at Amazon if it's going to mean that people aren't being hired. Interestingly enough, I just saw a thing on that was on X. I must have said Twitter again, talking about how grocery stores are going to be the next ones to probably get rid of their cashiers and crap, not because self-checkout, because they have the carts now with you scan and put it in your cart, and then you can even pay for it via your cart. There's a computer on the cart that you can just go in and do it all, but they already do like Sam's and stuff where you scan and go. Walmart does scan and go, that kind of stuff. But now they're going to put it on the carts. So everybody can just scan it and put it in the carts. And I'm like, that's great. But I think that's going to be out through the roof. Because I know a lot of places got rid of self-checkout because the theft was so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, or it's going to be like, well, I mean, here's the scary thing talking about that and trying to keep control of people. They keep pushing for this digital ID. Right. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what are they going to do? Like, are they going to put a damn chip in our heads when we're born and be like, that's your social security number and your buying power. And if you go anywhere, we will track what you buy, track what you consume. If we want to shut your money off, we can shut your money off. I mean, that's where all this seems to be headed. And that is terrifying. Right.
It's all but it's all digital. And again, like we saw what happened with the internet the other day with the Amazon situation. If everything's digital, who's to say that there couldn't be some massive thing that wipes out everything?
It's called Atlas. It's floating around the sun right now. Yeah, I don't know. It's just wild. I mean, that's it. Yeah, I mean, we saw what happens when Amazon's down for half a day. It threw the world into chaos, right? And if you're depending on Amazon to buy everything from, it's just, what I'm saying, like a mom and pop store, they would have been fine. Mom and pop store with an old-fashioned cash register and a ledger.
Yeah, and cash.
Cash. You would have been fine, right? You would have been fine. But anyway, it said Amazon's so convinced this automated future is around the corner that it started developing plans to mitigate the fallout in communities that may lose jobs. Documents show the company is considered building an image as a good corporate citizen through greater participation in things like Toys for Tots and parades.
Okay, because
that's going to make up.
You have no
job. Make up for the jobs.
They're all going to need Toys for Tots by the time it's done because you're not getting money to buy your kids a Christmas present.
So, yeah, right. This person is a spokesperson for Amazon, Kelly Nantel. She said that the documents reflect the viewpoint of one group inside the company. They actually plan to hire 250,000 people for the holidays.
Though the company for right now. Yeah. They're talking about these jobs all being replaced in like the next several years.
Next couple of years, yeah. So that is the thing, because Amazon does hire a lot of people. I mean, regardless of what you think about their working conditions or whatever, they hire a lot of people. But I'm telling you, just to bring it back to the beginning of the video, robots don't go on strike until they do.
And that's what keeps happening. And like, again, we're not saying it's right.
No.
But what's happening is these people go on strike and sometimes they have a valid reason. Sometimes they're just like, I want to dictate what the company does.
Yes.
And the valid ones have valid reasons, working conditions or whatever. They're going to go on strike for fair reasons, and then they're just going to get replaced now. And didn't used to be the case, but now they can. And it's absolute shit, but that's what's going to happen. So if people are left with an option of never striking it off or better anything because they might lose their jobs, which they could technically lose anyway, or strike and then lose their jobs. So there's no way to win.
Yeah, the only way to win, I mean, the only advice I can give somebody is try to survive as long as possible. And by you have to make your job valuable. You have to become more invaluable to the company. If you're constantly bitching about things, constantly complaining about things, not doing your work, complaining about microaggressions, whatever. I don't know. I still don't know what's going to happen with Kickstarter. Oh, by the way, did we mention about the
No, pins? I was going to wait to the next one since you forgot. But
yeah. Oh, that's okay. We'll mention it here. Guys, fill your surveys out. We still have a whole bunch of people that haven't filled out their surveys. We do not know where to send the pins to.
This is for the Halloween ones.
Yeah.
We got the orc ones in too. We're going to get on that.
Yeah. There's some people that didn't fill the orc surveys out yet.
Yeah.
Either,
so fill out your surveys.
Yeah, so fill out your surveys. But they're on strike. They've been on strike for about a month now. And I don't know how it's going to go, because every time now, in the world we live in now, you don't have the striking power you're used to. It's like as soon as you go on strike, the companies already have a contingency plan, which is like, it's not ideal to use robots, but we will.
Not right, but yeah.
And then they get used to it and they're like, hey, this is way cheaper. And they don't talk back. It's, it is what it is. I'm not signing off on that. I ideally would love for everybody to have a good job, right? But the reality is that a lot of jobs can be replaced.
So it's like, hey guys, to get assistance, you have to work 20 hours a week. By the way, we're replacing all the jobs with robots.
It's not sustainable, right? It's really not sustainable. And then all it's going to take is like a solar flare to wipe the whole damn thing out.
That's what I'm saying. It's
start
one
over
thing
again.
to wipe it all out.
It's like maybe that needs to happen. I don't know. Anyway, there we go, guys. I would not be looking for a job in Amazon in the warehouse anytime soon. I think
not unless you want a temporary job.
Unless you want a temporary job, don't buy that house. That's all I'm saying. Don't buy that house yet. We're gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.
For more pop culture news, views, and rants, go to news.clownfishtv.com. That's news.clownfishtv.com.